Hello, 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 all the King's men. Welcome to another Friday assessment. Yes, we made it to another Friday. You should be excited that you made it across another week. You can look back and count your blessings. You can look at your wins. You can look at your losses. But you know what? This is another great week to build upon. Remember, don't dwell in the losses. They are nothing but learning experiences. You don't even have to count it as a loss. You can say, okay, now I know what I'll need to do. And where you won at, now you said, this is where I'm going to focus at, even the more build up on that. Because when you win, it's nothing but a strength. It's nothing but you use the strength, your strength, to your advantage. Yeah, so today we need to talk about dominion. We need to talk about dominion because when you do this assessment, we need to assess the work that we are doing. The work that we are doing. What type of work are we doing? Where do our belief lie? Look, as all the King's men, as a human being, as a creation on this earth, all our work should be going unto God. Remember, we have to remember that we are created being. We were created who, where, how? We were created in the image of God. So therefore, after he created us in Genesis, over there, Genesis 1, somewhere around 26, 27, he said we were created. Man, you, all the King's men was created in his image. And then what? He gave us dominion. So look, when you look at and when you assess, if you are not having dominion, then you need to check some things. You need to check some things like, okay, God, I'm not having dominion. Okay, why are you not having dominion? Look, remember, this is the Friday assessment. Now you got to be real with yourself because I'm being real with myself today. I'm not having dominion everywhere that I want to have dominion. So I am coming to talk to you today just to have dominion in the areas. Declare dominion. How do you declare dominion? You speak over those areas. But how can you have the victory? How can you have dominion? By following all the commandments of the Lord. Following the commandments of God. Deuteronomy tells you that if you follow the commandments of the Lord, you shall eat the good of the land. You shall be what? Your basket shall be what? Full in the city, and they shall be full in the field. So your coming and your going will be blessed. So take that assessment today. Look at where you are. What are you doing? Are you having dominion? What is it that you are doing? Are you self-destructing? Are you allowing others in your life to cause the self-destruction? What is the root cause of the self-destruction? We have to remember everything that goes on, everything that's happening in our life, especially the things that are negative. It has a root. It always has a root. And that's what I love about when you get in the word, when you get in the Bible. That's what I love about God. God don't just fix a thing. He works to the root of a thing. Think about it. We look at the impotent man. At the pool of Bethesda. He was impotent. All he wanted was to be healed of his situation. But what happened when Jesus showed up on the scene? Jesus said, will thou be made whole? Oh my God. Look. He didn't just heal the man of his situation, of his issue. Not his situation, but his issue. He healed him of his whole situation because he said, look, you need to be made whole. There's some other things that are going on. That's why it's important to assess, because when you assess, it starts to reveal even more things that are going on in your life. And then when you start to peel that thing back, I remember my wife one time talking about when she was ministering, she was talking about an onion. And when you peel back an onion, what it do? It's layers. And then what? When you peel back the layers, then you get to the core of that onion. Then you get to the core of the thing. So that's why it's so important to assess. That's why it's so important to be made whole. Think about the woman with the issue of blood. I know this is all the King's men, but there's a testimony in the woman with the issue of blood. This woman had went around to all the doctors she could and spent all of her money. And then she went to the one that could fix all her problems. She said, I'm going to Jesus. She heard about Jesus coming through the land. So what happened? She went to see about Jesus and she knew that she had an issue of blood. That's all she wanted fixed was her issue of blood. But because of her faith, Jesus' power responded to her faith and said what? Be made whole. He knew there was more there to the root cause of that thing, why that thing wouldn't dry up, why her issue of blood wouldn't dry up. What is the assessment of your situation today? Let's not be afraid to get to the root of a thing. Yes, it will reveal some things that we don't like. Yes, it will reveal some things that may not make us proud. But you know what? When you make the assessment and you make the necessary adjustments, that's where you will start to get the victory. You will start to experience victory in your life. I promise you, I'm starting to see those things in my life. There's some things that I don't like. There's some things that I don't like about myself that I need to correct. Yes, especially in my marriage, in my work, in my parenting. That's where you need to correct some things. Even living for God as a servant of the Most High God, there's some things that I need to correct, some things that I need to get right. And I know it's at the core of my being. So at the core of my being, if it's Jesus Christ, then I know that some layers have to come off. So all the King's men, I'm encouraging you today. Walk in your dominion. Peel the layers off. Don't worry about doing it overnight. Just continue to do the assessment and peel the layers back. I promise you, you will start to walk in victory. You will start to walk in your dominion that you was designed, that you were created to walk in. So all the King's men, I encourage you today, start to walk in dominion. Start to speak in dominion. All the King's men, I pray that you was blessed today. Remember, this is the Friday assessment. Walk in dominion.